If you'd like to join us. Dear Heavenly Precious Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come here today as commissioners of the greatest county in West Virginia, which is Nicholas County. God, we just thank you for the opportunity. We thank you for the wisdom that you're going to bestow upon us to help us make the best decisions we can for all citizens that call Nicholas County home. In your holy and precious name we do pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, for the record, today's January 19th, 2022.
Recording in progress.
Okay. We need to strike the minutes for right now.
Yes.
One of you guys want to go ahead and just get us started?
Upon review of the exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, move to approve accordingly.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? The motion carries.
Upon submission of the budget revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
Upon submission of budget revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the commission will take
Wait, we just
appropriate
had that.
action as deemed. What's that?
We just had that one. Did we not?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You did the county clerk one, right?
I did.
Okay. All right. Upon
Okay.
submission of budget
Okay.
revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Okay.
Upon review of the invoices submitted by the various departmental offices, the commission will take the appropriate action deemed necessary.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. Okay.
Did you get that?
Yeah. We did do that. Commission.
We need to reaffirm the commission appointee to serve on the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority. You want to do it again?
It would be my request that another commissioner take that seat. I'd like to see if we could kind of revitalize that organization, and I think another commissioner would be beneficial to do that right now.
What day are the meetings?
They're
Are they varying? Or
once a quarter.
once a quarter?
Yeah. Mondays at 4.
Mondays at 4?
I'll take that position.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's been working with Phil a little bit, so that'll be good.
All right, so we'll need a motion to do that then.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Commissioner Chapman to the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority for calendar year 2022.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry.
And does that get done yearly? Is that
Yes,
reappointment?
that's a yearly
It's
appointment, so we can always
All right.
readjust.
Okay.
We need to do one more thing.
What else we got?
Did you do the exonerations by the assessor?
That's the one I did first because of the minutes.
Okay.
We don't have
Just
it.
making
Okay.
sure.
Yes, so we have everything until 9:15.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll take a break.
Recording.
Okay, Betty.
Recording in progress.
If you want to
We have
say-
Chief Deputy Clerk Betty Griffith regarding the validity of an Austin Hinkle will.
Yes. On December the 30th, Austin Hinkle's will was brought in. However, it was a copy and not an original. So the reason for this meeting is to have who would be the heirs should we not use the will, to decide if should we take the copy or do it as an intestate estate. Did you hear that, Clint?
Clint, did you hear that?
Betty, I'm sorry. Would you just speak up just a little bit? I apologize.
Step a little closer, please.
Okay. So I have a copy of a will that was presented to us on December the 30th for Austin Burton Hinkle.
Okay.
In the will, he leaves everything to Vicky Hinkle, his spouse, but she is not surviving. So then he leaves everything to James Hinkle. However, there is another son, Austin Hinkle, the second. So we are here today, and both of them are here, Austin and James Hinkle, to decide whether the commission will accept a copy of the will, or should we do it as an intestate and make them both the heirs?
Betty, does the will identify an executrix, which I assume is his deceased spouse, and then a successor, executor, or executrix?
Yes, Vicky was the first one, and then James, who is also the only beneficiary in the will.
Otherwise, is the notary, is the document properly notarized?
Yes.
As far as you can,
Everything is proper.
then I would recommend to the commission that the commission consider accepting the will as presented. It would appear that the burden is, does the will appear to be in order, or is there evidence that the will would be proper and valid? And it sounds like that the will is proper and valid. And Betty, just to confirm, I'm assuming the will is executed properly by the testator.
Correct.
Yeah. Do all the pages seem to be intact? Does the document flow from one page to the next?
Yes, it is. It does look like it's a valid will. Everything is in order.
Yeah.
Betty, in your experience and training, would it appear that there are any pages missing?
No,
Is there a codicil, either written or typed or otherwise, attached to the will?
no.
Okay, then it would appear, then commission, it would appear that this would be a valid and proper will, and I would suggest that the commission direct the clerk to record the will as is.
It does have the witnesses. Okay.
And gentlemen, and the bottom line is this would appear to be a will, and I understand that there's a son there that may disagree with the contents of that will, but it wouldn't appear that the will would be improper or invalid. Now, Mr. Austin Hinkle, certainly he would have a right to challenge the validity of that will, but it would be before the county commission. It would be in circuit court or some other court of competent jurisdiction.
Okay.
You don't have any disagreement with
Oh, no.
legal
No,
counsel?
I do not.
Well, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Vicky, that was all her doings. She got mad at Austin when Austin tried to tell his father that she had him in debt for years and filed bankruptcy and everything. And that made Vicky mad. And that was all Vicky's doing right there. And that don't even look like Austin's signature.
Did you
Well,
attest to
there
the
was-
signature yet?
No, because there's witnesses. to-
And
and-
the
In the
person
testation.
that notarized it was Margaret Meadows, which was Vicky's best friend. That is something that was done on the computer.
The signatures aren't. The signatures are
Mark,
not.
yeah, I see it.
You can see the page.
Oh.
You can see where it's not pretty well.
So my suggestion would be, as well as yours, Clint, that they accept the will and then they can proceed in the circuit court with it.
Were you want
What
to say
do we
something?
have to pay to go to
She has
circuit
nothing to do
court?
with this, it's between me and him.
Yeah, I'm his wife.
Well,
Yeah,
your
you
name
know
is-
that was dirty, Jimmy, what she
it
done.
was all because of you, the
Yeah,
will was
no,
changed to begin
no,
with.
it,
I mean,
yeah,
And everybody just hold on.
Bubby was good to his father.
Yes.
Betty, what you're saying is my recommendation to the commission. And commissioners, I can do a real quick order, that says that the commission accepts this as a valid and proper will, and then whoever feels aggrieved can do whatever they feel that they want to do to solve that problem. But otherwise, the commission can direct that it be recorded, and it would appear that on its face it's a proper and valid will. It sounds like some people disagree with the contents or how everybody ended up to where they are now, but that's something that those people can try to sort out, somewhere
Yeah, that was her doings. Austin had no control over his money. He done what she said.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we have to do here is we have to actually go by what we have here, okay? You do have the right to take this on to circuit court, okay? And to challenge that, that's your right. That's the way America works.
So what, we would have to hire a lawyer?
Probably.
And the right thing, that would be, the right thing to do is
Yeah.
James to split everything with his
Me and
brother.
him has done talked about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's,
That's for you guys to settle, okay?
So you need a motion to reaffirm
Yeah.
the validity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll make the motion to reaffirm the validity of the Austin Hinkle will as presented here today, with all of the legalities being checked.
Okay.
Everything in purple.
Okay. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? The motion does carry. And I hope that you guys can get this worked out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Please get along.
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Family's family.
We
Oh,
see
I
this.
know. I
We
know.
see
Who
this a
cares
lot.
about a piece of paper?
Okay. But, you know, we have to follow what the law says, and that's why we have a lawyer here too. Okay?
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you all for
Very
coming in.
good, thanks.
Uh-huh.
Commissioner Athens, I'll try
Recording
something in
stopped.
a quick order.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, Mary Jane.
Morning.
Mary Jane is with the Richwood Community Center. She is here regarding funds to move forward with heat for the community center.
Yes, I have the information, how much we're looking for next.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, actually, this is how much we need to do the heating, and we have a match of $25,000 for that. So I was hoping you'd be able to provide
Okay.
a match of 35.
Okay. And so you need 35 to go forward?
Yes,
Okay.
Where's your 25,000 coming from?
from the foundation, Cherry River.
Yeah. Okay.
What kind of heat is in there now?
None.
But I mean, what kind of system?
It was an old system that has been disconnected, and there's pipes that are missing and that kind of thing, so.
So it was like an old boiler system?
It was an old boiler system, and it was not very efficient, and so we're gonna, replace everything, take out all the old pipes, and that's part of his cost in here is taking out the pipes and all the different units, because there's a radiator unit as well as the boiler system unit, and then put in the new.
Okay.
And did you take other bids, or is this the only?
Yes, do you want to see the other bids?
Yeah.
I didn't copy those because my copier was not working well last night. So.
Seen a couple of
But
them.
this is still your best, I'm presuming?
This is the best,
Yeah.
yeah. There was Childers Enterprises came in at 68,085, and Appalachian Heating was 80,390.
This is the Appalachian, I see. Okay.
And that was just the heat?
Just the
Both
heat.
of them were just
Right,
the heat.
there's.
Okay.
If we can get the heat in, then we can continue working on the building and get, right now the kids are playing in the gym, and then they have to go into the cold lobby and into the cold bathroom to use the bathroom, because there's no heat on that side of the building, so.
Or outside. I drove.
Or
by there.
outside in the porta johns,
There are two
yes.
porta potties outside.
The minute they put the
This-
porta johns out,
this
it got
time
to
of
20
year-
degrees.
Yeah, I looked, the rest of the month it's not supposed to be above freezing.
I know, it's crazy.
Okay. I did find out yesterday, I was told that there were 21 teams that played there.
There were 22 the week before, so.
Okay, yeah. And it's a lot of people that are suffering.
Mhm.
Now, the Little League teams that are there, Little League, itty bitty, whatever they call it now, they're playing there because they couldn't play in the red gym.
Right,
And that's because of too much scheduling in the red gym?
I assume, yes.
Yeah.
Every time I've
that's-
seen them down there, there's people in the red gym at the same time, so yeah, I'd say that there's a scheduling conflict. Those are the only two places in Richwood. So,
But they always used the red gym before.
I don't know. I
Yes,
guess
they
did
did.
they?
In
Yeah.
years past,
And
but I don't
yeah.
know
Yes,
about
they
recently.
did. I
Right.
can tell you that. I
Because
was
in
on
fact, I
it
played
for
Richwoods
many
League.
years.
Yeah.
Always used
Yeah,
to
in
go
elementary school, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they practice like every night of the week, and then the game's on Saturday, so it's not like it's just Saturday. So it's, so it's being used a lot for that.
But you didn't go to the Board of Education, ask them for any money due to the kids being displaced because of them.
I wasn't involved in that part of it. It was the Starting Points people that, that set up the gymnasium, and they put the heat in there, and big heat, four big heating units that heat up the gym, so when they play, that they won't be freezing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
So this is the balance of the building.
this is the rest of the building. Yes.
Okay.
Is 25 the best the community foundation can do?
Yes, I think. I assume.
Good question. Okay. That meeting they had, I was also on the plane. Okay.
I got you.
So I can't tell you that
Okay.
specifically. Okay. Yeah. When could he do it?
If I tell him today we have the money, then he can get started, because the first thing he has to do is get rid of all the old things, and yeah, then we'll see a lot of progress on that. Once, I would think within, he has to order the system, of course, so I would think within the month, he would, at least be, even if not started, finished, it depends on how things are coming in.
Right.
But it usually takes 3 weeks, I think, to get a system in. So, the good thing is we would definitely have it and have everything up and running in time for the Rant Festival. Because right now, we can't put the kitchen in because we don't have the heat, The electric is getting finished right now too, so that's all gonna come together at the same time,
Okay.
so.
So you mentioned the Ramp Festival, the over 80. Is it in the fall or is it in the spring?
It's June, it's
So
actually
it's
June.
in June, okay.
Yeah,
And
usually
then-
it's the first weekend or so in June.
Okay.
Okay, first Saturday or so in June.
And so then, what's your status update on working with like getting the senior center in there?
But, once we get the electric done, then we have a few things we need to do in that dining room, but we'll have access to a senior center if the seniors want to come in and do their, cooking and entertainment, whatever they do. We have enough space that the seniors can actually come in, social distance if they need to, and we'll also have an exercise room that we'll have a few pieces of equipment in it by this summer, so.
'Cause
But
I
I mean-
don't want to speak for another commissioner, but I think that's something we definitely need to try and see happen. Is get all that,
I agree.
get the senior center in there. Because I mean, right now, they're running a truck.
Right.
They're going to have the facilities.
Mhm.
That's been my understanding. The largest objection so far has just been they didn't want to put money in facilities. So if you can get your facilities up to date, maybe we can
If
finally
they do
get
that,
that
then
done.
will they release all the equipment that's in that trailer? Because that's one of the things, we're gonna be borrowing tables and things like that.
Right.
But if they have the tables from the old senior center, we could put that in there.
Lord knows what conditions to be. It's been there for 5
I
years.
Well, that's true too.
Going on 6.
Right.
That's true too.
Like I've been sitting in that storage unit up there.
With the plastic there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, so.
Okay.
Can you come up with any more money?
It's pretty tight. I wrote a grant in December, and I didn't get it. I'm gonna write it again. But I can't guarantee I'm gonna get it. I've gotta write another grant for the bathrooms, but, it's
Okay.
really hard.
Do you have any money now, presently?
I just have a couple $1,000s left to finish out what we're doing in the kitchen, like the drywall and things like that.
Why did we put this on our schedule again in the first week in February? And see if we
Well, I
can
mean,
chase
we
down some other money.
We keep
I
kicking this
know.
down the road.
Well, you're
I know.
right.
I would be apt to right now come up with 25 to match the other,
Okay.
if you can come up with 10 somewhere else.
Maybe the city or the foundation.
Yeah,
Well, let's go ahead and make that a motion.
take it from CARES
Um,
or the other one.
what we just left. If you don't mind, let me ask Bob before we do that, if you don't mind, please. Because I'm sitting here looking at the funds.
We can check.
Yeah, I think the city needs to put in a little bit, you know, they got $800,000 in CARES money.
Come up here. But you're saying General County has this much of CARES, is that something available, or what? Okay. Okay.
The rest of them. We could zero it to.
Right. I want that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this is the current amount we have available in General County, so we can take it out of CARES if you'd like.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we match the foundation fund of 25 from the CARES Act, CARES funds.
CARES funds of the General County Fund.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. So we're
Thank
getting
you.
it.
Can the money be sent to the foundation so it's all in one spot instead of city? And last time you sent money to the city, so.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
once you have the full 60 put together,
Uh-huh.
I don't think that'd be a problem. And
Okay.
then that way you can just pay one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
I'm
kind of
trying to figure out
confusing.
why that went to the city last time. It can,
I don't remember either.
It
Well,
should-
Probably because the city owns the
Okay.
building.
City owns the building.
that's what it is.
Probably the
Yeah.
city
Oh,
building
well.
commission.
we'll try.
Okay.
Worst case, it'll come to you or the city one. I have to give a
Well, it goes
Bobby
to one
that.
person, but it might just be a little easier then. So.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
Progress.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start up again. Okay, John?
Yes, sir. An update on the CAD and fund system. Myself, Annette, and Sheena yesterday traveled to Kanawha County, Raleigh County, and Fayette County to look at different systems. Based on everything we did yesterday and some of the demonstrations we've had over the past 3 months, we're going to pursue the Spillman CAD system and the Solacom phone system. Now what that will do to us is it will also integrate with Raleigh and Fayette County. That way, for any unknown reasons, catastrophic disaster, if our 911 center would go down, everything would roll over to Fayette where they could take our calls and dispatch everybody in the county and vice versa. So ourselves, Raleigh County and Fayette County will all have the same system and everything be tied in. If we have warrants in Nicholas County and there's a traffic stop in Raleigh County, it's going to flag over there to let them know what's going on. So I think this is going to be very beneficial to us and other counties, because now there will be no interruption in service when we pursue this. My next step now is I'm going to get pricing for both of them, and I'll have that for you all at the next meeting.
Okay.
Yes.
Technology is over 25,000 to bid it out. Right? It's like his CAD system is what we're talking about. We'll have to,
Yes,
So
we'll
we'll
have
have
to
to-
bid.
so yeah, if you'll just actually request formal bids,
I can do
then
that.
we can
Yes.
go ahead and accept and approve and
Yeah.
get it all done. Then that way we don't have to go through the process.
Yeah, I'll get everything done, and then
Yeah.
we can advertise it because.
If you'll help him
Yes.
advertise it, everything.
Okay, let's go.
The process itself is gonna take anywhere from 4 to 6 months to build the programs for us. So that's why I wanna get this thing started, in line with our architects and everything else.
Okay.
So I will definitely have an update by next, but I will start working on the bids, this afternoon.
And it comes turnkey. I mean, like it's going to have the consoles and
Well, the consoles are separate, but we looked at those yesterday as well, so I'm getting a price on those.
Okay.
And are they a pay up front thing, pay when delivered? I mean,
They will pay when delivered, the consoles,
okay.
and they will come in, install everything for us. We don't have
Okay.
to do nothing.
Because I didn't want to pay up front if we was going to try
Yes,
to finance.
no. So,
what about the floor? We talked about underneath the computer floor.
Yeah.
Do they put that in, or is that something we have to put in first?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
because you're gonna build that floor up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask that, as part of the process of running wires and everything, so I'll find out for you.
And if they don't build it and want it built, if they'd help you get a spec list together.
Yes.
Exactly what they want, so there's no problem there.
Yeah, really. And that's one of the type things that if someone else is building, I'd like for them to inspect and make sure it's,
Right.
as it's being done.
Oh, yes, it has to be up to code, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, up to their standards.
Yes.
All right.
Uh,
That sounds good, because I thought this would take a while, and it's good that
Yes.
you're here now, because the faster we jump on this,
Right,
faster
and
we
the
get
one
this
good thing
project
too
done.
about both the systems we're looking at is they will come in, and it's part of the contract that we signed, that they will come in and train everybody for 3 straight weeks. So we're not having a crash course,
That's
you know,
good.
let's learn this in 3 days. So that will be very beneficial as well.
Is this the one made by Motorola?
Yes. Yes.
Now, if our construction's delayed or something like that, there's no problems there on like a time schedule or anything with them. It's whenever it's ready to go, they come train.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And what I would like to do during this process is when the building's done and the material's in, I would like to do the training session in the new building for, you know, going to 3 weeks to a month. That way, when it's time to switch over, we can hit the ball running and there won't be any problems at all.
That's true.
That's the plan, so,
And
yes.
there was no value in what we have now.
No, everything is so outdated and needs upgrade, you know, so.
And what you're ordering, is there room for expansion in it?
Yes.
In
Yes.
case,
And updates and.
Yes, and see, that's what Fayette County's doing now. They're working on an update that Raleigh County already has, so they're a step behind. And we found out yesterday, Fayette County did this in a step process and buying the whole package at once, so they're catching up with upgrades as well.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and do everything up front, that way we won't get in that situation. And, because that's just more money we have to spend in the long run, so.
Where's the facility at in Raleigh County?
It's over by the airport,
Okay.
industrial park up there.
Okay.
But that's all I have on the CAD and the phone system. I would like to go to an executive session for about 5 minutes to discuss some other issues with you all, if that's
Okay.
Personnel related or.
personnel related and business related proposal.
All right.
I move to enter into executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-3 and 4. Of course, we are going to keep our legal counsel on the phone and Director McGinnis and Administrative Assistant Mrs. Neff for the matters of personnel and other matters of homeland security.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone against? The motion does carry.
And it's 9:54 a.m.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
I need a motion to come out of executive session.
Okay, I'll make a motion to exit executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-3 and 4. It is 10:32 a.m. and I will note for the record there was no decisions made during executive session.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? Motion does carry. Our next item is the Nicholas County Building Commission, former federal building post office discussion. Okay.
If it's okay, I'll speak to this. W.D. Smith, who I can't remember his position on the building, is he president now?
President.
Okay, the president of the building commission could not be with us here today. So he did send us a notice by email. They met yesterday and voted to accept the commission transferring the building basically to them of the former Summersville Post Office for the county's Homeland Security and Law Enforcement Center. And of course, the procedure on this is we just need to actually prepare, and we have it here before us today, the deed. And we had legal counsel help us, so all the boxes have been checked with the proper valuation of the building and so forth. And so here is that deed.
Okay.
Well, you
Yeah,
got a copy.
I got a copy too. Okay.
I mean, unless there's any discussion, I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve the transferring of the building to the building commission, and approval of this deed as presented, which will be signed
Okay.
by Commissioner Atkins.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? The motion does carry. For the public to know, the reason we're transferring this is so that down the road, due to the way the state code is, the building commission will be the one that will be borrowing the money.
Right.
Okay, the county can't borrow anything that extends past 365 days. So anyway, the building commission will borrow the money, and as far as when we're going to renovate this building up to the, get the new 911 center and the one wing that'll be used for the deputies, sheriffs, and possibly some other things.
Right.
Okay, just so the public will know. Okay. Anything else on that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and sign. Let's see if we have any public comment.
Commissioner Atkins,
Yes.
can I make 2 comments on that proposed deed?
Uh-huh.
Number one, the care, custody, and the control of the building as set forth in the prior deed, by which the United States of America conveyed that property to the Nicholas County Commission. Care, custody, and control of the building will remain with the commission, and so there aren't any limitations there with regard to the commission being able to access the building and that sort of thing. And the second thing is that it's, let's see here, it's chapter, just for the public's information, it's chapter 8 of the West Virginia Code that designates the conveyance of the building to the Nicholas County Building Commission for the purposes of acquiring financing for the building. Just again for the information to the public.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Glenn. Yeah, I see it actually written in this deed here. Okay. All right. Do we have any public?
We do not have anyone for public comment.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Hold on, I have a couple of things if it's okay for commissioners' comments.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just on our reminders list, we have here the request from Indian Rocks Community Park. We have yearly in the past paid their insurance for the property, and the president is requesting an answer on that.
Yes.
It has historically been $888.68 for the last 3 years. Pending no major increase in that, I'll move to approve that we cover their insurance fees for the year.
Okay.
You made a motion?
Yes. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against? The motion does carry. Okay. Anything else here?
That's all.
Okay. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Anyone against? Motion does carry. We're now adjourned.